right, thank you. Good morning, everyone have a seat, welcome back. While we were on our overnight recess, did anybody watch, read, listen to any news accounts related to this case, do any independent investigation, or talk to anybody about anything related to this case? No. Okay, very good. All right, State, you can call your next witness.
Yes, State calls Kent Stevenson. Judge, Your Honor, may we approach one moment?
Sure, go ahead and have a seat on the witness stand. Come on up. All right, I'm going to ask the media not to broadcast the photographs of this particular witness, okay? Thank you. All right, you may proceed.
Please state your full name for the record.
Oh, I got to swear you in, or clerk does, sorry.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Please state your full name for the record.
Ken Allen Stevenson Jr.
How are you employed?
I am a fingerprint technician with the Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been with the Tampa Police Department?
Just over 3 years.
And back on June 23rd of 2024, what was your position?
I was a crime scene technician 1 with the Tampa Police Department.
How long had you been a crime scene technician 1 with Tampa Police Department on June 23rd of 2024?
About 5 months at that point.
What sort of training and education did you receive in order to get that position?
I have a associate's in science and technology and a certification in crime scene technology from the Hillsborough Community College.
And while you are working in that unit with the Tampa Police Department, are you getting on-the-job training?
Yes, I received on-the-job training during those 5 months.
During that time period, did you have a supervisor that was working with you?
I did.
What were your responsibilities and duties as a crime scene technician 1?
I was to respond out to a crime scene, take photos, document it, and collect evidence if needed.
In reference to a homicide case, do you work along with a homicide detective as to what sort of evidence needs to be collected and documented?
We do.
Did you respond to 3751 Fowler Ave, the Holiday Inn, on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes.
Do you remember approximately what time you responded to that location?
May I check my notes?
Yes, so that'll help refresh your recollection.
We responded at 7:11 a.m.
Who was your supervisor at the time?
It was Matthew Evans.
And did you have the assistance of other crime scene technicians assisting you at this particular crime scene?
Yes.
Who-
Supervisor Evans was there with me, as well as my trainer, Kristen Cruz.
What were you tasked with to do specifically at the Holiday Inn?
My supervisor told me I would only be taking photos of this particular scene, and that is all I did.
I'm going to show you some photos. Did you also take photos of the other hotel home to suites?
Check my notes.
Yes.
Yes.
And was one of those room 430
Yes.
and 432?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, State's Exhibit 2018. At this time, we'd enter into evidence State's Exhibits 20A through P. Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted. Sir, were you asked to document different bullet strikes that occurred in those two rooms?
Yes.
When you were doing that, had the guest already been removed from the rooms?
I don't recall completely. One of them saw people in there.
Okay. Let me ask you what is being documented in 430. I'm sorry, State's Exhibit 20A.
Yes, that's the door plate, the 9430.
State's Exhibit 20B.
The interior of the room.
And is there any guests that are present in these photographs?
No.
20C.
That's the interior of the room.
I'm going to show you a close-up. 20D, is that same wall that is behind the bed? And let me blow this up a little bit. What are you trying to document in this photograph?
Some image to the wall.
20E.
That is a close-up with a scale, the image to the wall.
And then I'm going to show you 20G.
This damage to a window in the same room on the interior side.
And then is 20F that same photograph but with the blinds down?
Yeah.
And then 20H.
That's another full impact in the window.
Right. 20I. Is this another hotel room that you were asked to document damage of bullet strikes?
This is room 432.
What are you documenting in 20J?
It's the interior of the room from the front entrance.
20K.
Another shot of the interior of the room.
And then 20L.
It's an evidence marker showing the damage to the wall just above it.
And that evident marker number 70.
Yes.
And is what's in 20M?
It's a mid-range photo, evidence marker 70 showing the damage to the wall.
20N.
And a close-up of that damage to the wall.
20O.
This damage should be ceiling above evidence marker 70. And a close-up of that same damage.
20P, is that correct for the record?
Yes.
Sir, what other areas did you photograph at that crime scene? I know that there were 2 hotels, Home to Suites, as well as the Holiday Inn.
I also photographed some of the vehicles near those buildings as well as parts
Sir, did you also take photographs of the shell casings, the 9mm shell casings, and where they were located?
Yes, I took photos first.
After you took the photos, who collected them?
My trainer did.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, State's Exhibit number 14. Sir, after you were done photographing them, did your supervisor, Kristen Cruz, did she package all of the shell casings and then put them in envelopes?
Some of them were placed on envelopes.
Okay. What happened to some of the other ones?
Some of the other ones were placed in some packaging given to us by ATF or
And is
Mr.
that-
Steve, I'm sorry, you're just a little bit soft-spoken, so make sure you're speaking into the microphone, because I'm seated next to you and I'm having trouble hearing you.
I'll ask you again, how were some of the 9mm shell casings packaged?
Some were packaged in envelopes like this, and some were placed in a small vial.
Why were they placed in a small vial?
It was to keep the integrity of any DNA evidence that may be on them.
And is that special packaging provided to you from ATF in order to preserve that type of evidence?
Yes.
And you said after you photographed the shell casings, your supervisor, Kristen Cruz, packaged them. Is that correct?
Yes, she did.
And how long had you worked with Kristen Cruz?
It's going about 2 months.
Okay. And do you recognize her initials and her handwriting?
I did.
And after an evidence is collected, what is the standard procedure for crime scene technicians to package it?
For the casings, it will be placed in gauze and then placed into the envelope. After that, it's either secured in one of our cabinets or placed with the evidence section.
Does the crime scene technician document the location and the evidence marker where each particular shell casing comes from?
Yes.
And is that in order to be able to identify it at another time?
Yes, to show where it was.
And State's Exhibit number 14, do you recognize the handwriting on that package?
I did.
Are there other seals and other markings on that particular item after it goes to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to be tested?
Yes.
And is it then initialed by whoever opens the package and sealed again with initials being added on it?
Yes.
But you recognize your supervisor, Kristen Cruz, handwriting and her initials when she originally packaged the item, is that correct?
Yes.
What is the evidence marker that that particular 9mm shell casing is located at?
Evidence marker number 62.
Your Honor, this time we would introduce into evidence State's Exhibit number 14.
Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted?
Sir, can you go ahead and open it and take a look inside? Do we have any scissors?
Yeah, I need scissors.
I don't, but the clerk might.
Thank you. Did you go ahead and take a look inside?
Yes.
Is that one of the 9mm, is that the 9mm shell casing that was located at that evidence marker 62?
Yes.
And what, for evidence markers for the 9mm shell casings, is that the last evidence marker denoting all of those shell casings that were taken into evidence?
Yes.
So that's what was photographed and collected at evidence marker number 62?
Yes.
Then I'm going to show you what's already been placed into evidence. Exhibit 13A. What are these yellow cones that are on the street?
These are evidence markers 59, 60, 61, and 62.
And at each one of these evidence markers, 59, 60, 61, 62, those are some of the 9mm shell casings that were located at the crime scene. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you also take close-ups of each individual shell casing at each of those evidence markers?
Yes.
What are you documenting in State's Exhibit 13B?
That is a shell casing near evidence marker 59.
Then do you also take a photograph of the shell casing itself in 13C?
Yes, that's a close-up.
And do you do that meticulously for each and every shell casing that is at the scene?
Yes.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 13D. What are you documenting there?
Shell casing next to evidence marker 60.
State Exhibit 13E.
A close-up of that casing.
State Exhibit number 13F.
A casing next to evidence marker 61.
State Exhibit 13G.
A close-up of that casing.
And then State Exhibit 62.
A casing next to evidence marker 62.
And is that the shell casing, the location of the shell casing that we've introduced into evidence here today?
Yes.
And State's Exhibit 13I.
A close-up of that casing.
There were numerous shell casings that were located in that crime scene. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Were there also other items such as fragments and projectiles?
Yes.
Approximately how many photographs did you take of the crime scene that day, if you can tell us?
918.
And was that to, what sort of things were you documenting other than the projectiles and fragments and stuff of that nature?
Any damage left by those fragments, vehicles damaged, the buildings that were damaged, the rooms that were damaged, as well as the decedent.
And you mentioned some of the vehicles. You're the one that actually took all those photographs, is that correct?
Yes.
And I'm not going to show you all the photographs because the crime scene detective has already testified to them, but I just want to go over a few. 16A, is that one of the photographs where you were documenting some of the damage that occurred?
Yes,
Did you also document the interior of the vehicles?
I did.
I'm going to show you 16C. Again, is that a close-up of one of the bullet holes that went into the van?
Yes.
Or the SUV, I apologize.
Yes, the bullet hole is down by the Q on the license plate.
Did you also document the damage that was inside of the vehicle 16H?
Yes.
And can you show us where the damage is in 16H?
In the center of the photo on the hand part.
Do you know how many vehicles had damaged bullet strikes at that location?
I do not recall.
Okay. Was it more than 2 or 3?
Yes.
And did you also take photographs of the vehicle that contained the victim's body?
Yes.
And were there numerous photographs taken of all of the damage and bullet strikes to that particular vehicle?
Yes.
Did you also document the other vehicle that was stopped near the victim's vehicle, the black Dodge Charger?
Yes.
And you said that you were only tasked with documenting the crime scene with photographs. Is that correct?
Yes.
You had assistance with other crime scene technicians to actually impound all of the evidence in the case. Is that correct?
Yes.
All of the 9mm shell casings that were located were collected and impounded and put into evidence. Is that correct?
Yes.
What about all of the fragments and the projectiles and any sort of jacketing that was located?
Those were also collected.
Were there areas of blood that were swabbed by DNA, for DNA?
Yes.
And was that done by another crime scene technician with your office?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have one moment? Your Honor, at this time, we would pass the witness.
Ross?
You took a lot of photos in relation to this crime, is that correct?
Yes.
918 to be exact?
Yes.
But you also, when you took some of those photos, you used gloves, right?
Yes.
Why do you use gloves when you collect evidence?
In order to not transfer my DNA onto the evidence.
So it's to preserve the evidence,
Yes.
the integrity of the evidence?
Yes.
You don't want to transfer your fingerprints to any evidence, right?
Yes.
You don't want to transfer any of your DNA to any of the evidence, right?
Yes.
So when you're picking up casings from off the ground, how many casings did you pick up?
30 casings.
You picked up 30 casings off the ground?
I didn't. My trainer did.
So your trainer picked them up and you took the photo?
Yes.
Your trainer was Kristen Cruz?
Yes.
And showing what's in evidence is State's Exhibit 13C. So the one handling the casing, the one with the white glove, that's you or Kristen Cruz?
That's my trainer, Kristen Cruz.
Okay. So she handled all of the casings,
Yes.
including this one and 13I?
Yes.
All right. And she also wears gloves to protect the integrity of the evidence, right?
She does.
She's wearing gloves so that she doesn't transfer her DNA onto the casing, correct?
Yes.
And she doesn't want to transfer her fingerprints to the casing, correct?
Yes.
That's because at some point you all may analyze these casings to figure out whether there's DNA from some other person on the casing, right?
Yes.
Same thing for fingerprints. Some point you may want to analyze this casing to see whether there's any fingerprint on the casing, correct?
Yes.
All right. And did any of these casings go to ATF?
I believe some of them did.
Some of them? The majority of them?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I didn't handle the evidence. I don't know who was transferred.
Okay. Why did they go to ATF, the casings? You know.
The agents were there with us that day, and I'm aware that they took some of them with them.
You said agents. You mean the federal agents from ATF were there on the scene that day?
Yes.
And they came in and they took some of the evidence?
Yes.
All right. Did you personally lift any fingerprints from the casings?
No.
Did you have anything to do with DNA testing? Swabbing on the casings?
No.
Did you lift any fingerprints from any evidence?
No.
Did you do any DNA swabbing on any evidence?
No.
So your job was solely to take the pictures, the 918 pictures that you took,
Correct.
and you didn't even physically handle any of the evidence?
Correct.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stevenson, is it part of your responsibilities as a crime scene technician to make any sort of decisions with regards to testing for DNA?
No.
Is it part of your responsibility to submit any sort of fingerprints for analysis by a fingerprint examiner?
Yes.
Did you do that in this particular case?
I did not.
Were you asked to do that in this particular case?
No.
Would those decisions and directions come from the detectives in the homicide unit responsible for this particular case?
Rowe, go ahead.
Were those decisions, would they be submitted to you by homicide detectives responsible for this particular homicide?
They can do.
Okay. Could it come from other sources as well?
My supervisor could have directed me, and one of my trainers could have directed me to.
Okay. But you weren't asked to do that in this particular case, is that correct?
Correct.
And you're not aware of whether or not that was done or not by the federal agents in this particular case?
Correct.
All right. I have nothing further, Judge.
All right, may this witness be excused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to go. Okay, State, call your next witness.
State calls Officer Bahamundi Vega. It's 64.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, face the clerk.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name and spell both names, please?
My name is Officer J.L. Bahamundi Vega. First name J-A-E-L. Last name B-A-H-A-M-U-N-D-I-V-E-G-A.
All right. And what kind of work do you do, sir?
I am a police officer in the state of Georgia.
Okay. With what agency?
I am currently working with the City of Lawrenceville Police Department.
Is that contained within the county of Gwinnett?
Yes.
And is Gwinnett County just to the northeast of the city of Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
And Atlanta, is that DeKalb County?
Atlanta is Fulton County.
Fulton County. Okay. How long have you worked for the Lawrenceville PD?
I've worked in Lawrenceville PD since May of this year.
May of this year. Before working there, did you work for another agency in Gwinnett?
Yes, sir. I worked for the Gwinnett County Police Department.
All right. So I'm going to call your attention back to June, July time period of 2024. You were working for Gwinnett County PD at that time?
Yes, sir.
How long had you been working for Gwinnett at that point?
At that point, I was more than likely coming up on 3 years.
And at that time and now, are you certified by state of Georgia guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
Yes, sir.
Did you attend a police academy?
Yes, sir.
And do you go through annual qualifications or periodic qualifications to maintain your certification?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to call your attention back to June 26th of 2024. Were you on duty in the early morning hours with Gwinnett County PD?
Yes, sir.
Were you in the area of the city of Norcross?
Yes, sir.
Is that a city that's also contained within Gwinnett County?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, what was your assignment or duty?
At that time, I was assigned to West Precinct for Gwinnett County Police Department as a uniformed division patrol officer.
So how were you dressed that morning?
I was dressed in a police uniform. It was a French blue uniform with a badge and patches that say Gwinnett County Police Department.
Were you driving a marked patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What kind of vehicle?
It was a Ford Taurus with markings on the side that said Gwinnett County Police Department and a light bar.
Were there other lights on that car?
Aside from the light bar, the front bumper, and I believe the rear.
Was there a supervisor with Gwinnett County PD who had been working on license plate reader leads for a vehicle that was wanted out of the city of Tampa here in Florida?
Yes, sir.
And was that an individual named Lieutenant Cheek?
Yes, sir.
And was he also an employee or a police officer with Gwinnett County?
Yes, sir.
And was the vehicle you were or he was working on a silver in color Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Now, were there LPRs, specifically Flock brand cameras at that time in the city of Norcross?
Yes, sir.
Was that a system at that time that you were somewhat familiar with?
Yes, sir.
Had it been installed in that area in the years just prior to this?
Yes, sir.
Does that system alert if a license plate is put into it? Does it alert if it picks up on its cameras that that vehicle is in a certain area?
Yes, sir.
Does it alert to, based on the cameras and the positioning of the cameras, as to the location of the vehicle
Yes, sir.
and the time that the license plate is read?
Yes, sir.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Did Lieutenant Cheek contact you and some other uniformed officers to assist in searching for that Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Were you in communication with him by radio, or did you meet with him in person that morning?
Radio and in person.
All right, and about what time in the morning did this happen?
If I remember correctly, it would have been from hours of 3 in the morning up to 6 in the morning.
Were you at some point alerted by Lieutenant Cheek to a possible location for the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And was that, again, based on Flock camera activity?
Yes, sir.
And let me just specify about Flock. Flock is a company, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's based out of Georgia, right?
To my understanding, it is.
All right, and that's Flock?
Yes, sir.
That's the spelling? And they manufacture and produce these LPR, or license plate recognition systems,
Yes, sir.
that include installing cameras.
Yes.
So they contract either with a city or with a law enforcement agency to install those?
Yes, sir.
Was it brought to your attention that the silver Chevy Cruze was in an area near a hotel in Norcross?
Yes, sir.
And would that have been on Oak Brook Parkway?
Yes, sir.
Did you respond to that area?
Yes, I believe the address is more than likely 5945 Oakwood Parkway, if I'm correct.
Okay, and that would be the address of a certain hotel in that area?
Yes, sir.
When you responded, were you alone in your patrol car or was someone with you?
When we responded, I was alone in my patrol car, yes, sir.
Okay, and was there another patrol car or other patrol officers that were responding in their cars to that area?
Yes, sir.
And was this occurring at around 6:40 a.m.? Does that sound right? All right. So based on the information provided to you by Lieutenant Cheek, did you respond to the, I believe it's called the Baymont Hotel on Oak Brook?
Yes, sir.
At some point, did you enter the parking lot?
Yes, sir.
And once entering the parking lot, did you visually see the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Was it daylight at that point, or was there at least some light?
It was daylight.
It was daylight. And was the Chevy Cruze displaying the license plate 0F30BNRI?
Yes, sir.
And what was the vehicle doing when you saw it?
So as soon as I hit the parking lot, the vehicle was front-facing parking. That was when I made contact with the vehicle.
So it was pulling into a parking spot?
Yes, sir.
And you say you made contact with the vehicle. What exactly did you do?
So I got behind it, I activated my emergency equipment, I stepped out of my vehicle and simultaneously a black male stepped out of the vehicle.
From what door?
Driver.
All right. And did your investigation reveal whether there was anyone else in the car at that time?
Based on that time, there was no one else in the car.
Okay. So he gets out simultaneously to you getting out of your patrol car. Are you producing anything from somewhere on your belt at that point?
Yes, based on the fact that it was with the vehicle and all that, I pulled my firearm out and gave verbal commands.
Now, at that point, did you have knowledge through either Lieutenant Cheek or other officers as to why that car was wanted or what it was in relation to, what kind of investigation?
Yes, sir.
And what did you know at that point?
At that point, through running the vehicle through Florida's database, and the CIC database for license plates, it came out as a vehicle involved in I believe, a homicide, is if I remember what the hit was.
Okay. Now, were you aware at that point, when you were in your vehicle at that time, of the murder of an individual who had a celebrity name of Julio Foolio?
Yes, through just social media, but yeah.
Did you associate the two things? That car was wanted in relationship to that homicide?
Yeah, I basically put it together on my own, based on it was Tampa and the date of entry.
All right.
I believe it was probably 3 days or some change after the fact.
Did you know that firearms had been involved in that homicide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that one of the reasons you pulled your duty sidearm?
Yes, sir.
When you produced your sidearm and you were exiting your car, did you point it at the suspect that was getting out of the Chevy Cruze?
I did.
Did you give him verbal commands?
Yes, sir.
What type of verbal commands?
I believe I said, let me see your hands. Just try to get compliance from him verbally.
Did he comply?
No.
What did he do?
He decided to run.
When he ran, did you run towards him or take off?
Once he ran, I gave chase.
All right.
As well.
So you're chasing him. What happens?
As we're chasing, I deploy. I drew my department-issued taser 7 at that time, and deployed 1 set of cartridges. It appeared that he fell behind the car. It looked like he was about to get back up and run again, and I deployed a 2nd set of cartridges.
Now, the parking spot that he was pulling into, was it near the actual building of the hotel?
Yes, it was connected to the hotel.
When he ran, did he run near the hotel or around the hotel?
Yes, he ran. He basically stayed on the side of the hotel and ran towards the back.
When you tasered him or when you deployed your taser, was that in an area that was behind a line of parked cars?
Yes.
And is that where he was running?
Yes.
Did the tasers, as far as you know, make contact with him?
The first set of probes probably did not. The 2nd cartridge did.
Okay, we'll get to that. You deployed a 2nd cartridge in your taser.
Yes, sir.
So if you could, just for those who don't know, with a taser, when it deploys, there are prongs, right?
Yes, sir.
Are there leads, wires that lead to the prongs?
Yes, sir.
Are the prongs designed to lodge in flesh or to try to get into the body in some way?
Yes, sir.
And do they separate as they deploy?
Yes.
What's the purpose of the separation?
So the purpose of the separation, we are taught in the academy to split the belt line. At a certain distance, the probes would, the cartridges, the probes would essentially travel like at a V formation to try to get a better spread to a person's body to achieve neuromuscular incapacitation.
So when they're deploying, they're moving in a V, so they're spreading out, and they're going to hopefully impact the body is the intent, correct?
Yes, sir. The intent is to get ideally 1 upper body, 1 to a leg.
And you indicated neuromuscular incapacitation,
Yes, sir.
NMI, I believe it's referred to.
Yes, sir.
As the suspect was running, did something appear to be happening to his pants?
Yeah, I think when he first fell, that was probably because his pants were sagging and went down to actually another place.
Overruled, go ahead.
So you deploy a taser, he falls. Do you deploy a 2nd taser after he falls?
I do.
And is that because he's attempting to get up?
Yes,
Do you believe the 2nd taser made impact with him, the prongs?
it did.
All right. Now, he's on the ground. Does he get back up off the ground?
After the 2nd taser deployment,
Yes.
no, I achieved neuromuscular incapacitation.
Did other officers come to assist you at that point?
They did.
And did they point their guns at the suspect?
Yes.
Did you point your gun at him?
Yes.
Did you reholster, or what did you do with your taser?
So, in the process of running, I was in the process of holstering my department-issued firearm, and that was when I drew my taser and deployed it.
All right. So now you're there with the suspect, other officers are there. Would it be fair to say you have him on the ground and you're surrounding him?
Yes,
Are you or other officers giving him commands?
yes.
Is he complying?
Based on the neuromuscular incapacitation afterwards, yes, he decided to comply with all officers there and so forth.
Was he taken into custody and handcuffed?
Yes, sir.
And was he placed into a vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Was that a patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Was he identified?
I had him priorly identified.
Oh, you did? Okay.
He wished not to give me his name or date of birth,
All right.
just to confirm further his identity.
Did you later confirm his identity as Rashad Murphy?
Yes, sir.
Now, later in your investigation, did you assist officers in detaining another person
Yes, sir.
that was related to the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Did the investigation reveal that Mr. Murphy and a woman named Charmaine Steiger had checked into a room earlier that morning
Yes, sir.
in that hotel?
Yes.
And was Ms. Steiger detained?
Yes, sir.
And was she placed into the back of a patrol car
Yes.
there at the scene?
Yes, sir.
Were you wearing and equipped with a body-worn camera on that morning?
Yes, sir.
And your agency, Gwinnett County, issued those to uniformed officers?
Yes, sir.
Now, your body-worn camera, where at that time was it mounted on your uniform?
So my previous agency, Gwinnett County Police Department, we had the main recording box, and then we had a camera that led to our shoulder, pointing forward.
Okay. So the camera's pointing off of your shoulder forward of your body.
Yeah, it was my collar. I had a collar piece at that point.
Was the camera activated when you pulled up behind the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
When you pulled up behind the Chevy Cruze, and did you pull up in a way to attempt to pin the Chevy Cruze in between the other two cars it was parking between?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we would tender state 64.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
So your body-worn camera is activated. Is it recording?
Yes, sir.
Moving to published state 64. That's the interior of your patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And to the right, is there a computer mounted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pulling into the hotel?
Yes, sir.
And is that the hotel on the left?
Yes.
Above your steering wheel, is that the Chevy Cruze pulling into the parking spot?
Yes, sir.
The yellow device that's in your hand, is that the taser?
Yes, sir.
And we could see the wire hanging out of that, is that the lead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that connects to the prong that goes into the body.
Yes, sir.
Did Lieutenant Cheek, to your knowledge, contact law enforcement here at Tampa Police Department in Tampa, Florida, to alert them to the arrest of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, sir.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Anything? Tender the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, cross.
You ever come into contact with Alicia Andrews?
No,
You know who that is?
if I'm correct, it's the lady in the city.
All right. Do you know anything about her?
Objection, Your Honor, outside the scope.
I'm going to sustain the objection as the way the question's phrased, so rephrase your question.
You don't know who Alicia Andrews is?
Objection, again, outside the scope and relevance.
Overruled, you can answer.
I do not.
Was Alicia Andrews with Rashad Murphy?
No.
So she didn't run?
Objection,
From you?
Your Honor. Calls for speculation as to whether she ran.
Well, I think the question was ran with Rashad Murphy, so you can answer that question.
No.
All right. Do you have any indication that Alicia Andrews was in Georgia with Rashad Murphy at any point in time?
No.
Did Rashad Murphy tell you anything about Alicia Andrews?
No.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. You don't work for the Tampa Police Department, do you?
No, sir.
And you weren't involved in the homicide investigation of the death of Charles Jones?
No, sir.
And you don't know anything about where Miss Andrews may have gone after the murder, correct?
No.
Because you don't work here in Florida and you didn't participate in the investigation, is that fair to say?
Correct.
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to go. All right, who's your next witness?
City calls Detective Angela Carter, or did you want to call? Okay, what would you do?
Judge, we're going to call Detective Taylor Klein.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, may I proceed?
Please state your full name for the record.
Taylor Klein, K-L-I-N-E,
How are you employed?
with the city of Tampa as a police detective.
How long have you been with the city of Tampa?
A little over 10 years.
How long have you been a detective in the homicide unit?
2.5 years.
Were you, did you participate in the investigation of the homicide of Charles Jones?
I did.
Who was the lead investigator?
Detective Juan Ramos,
How is the homicide unit, how many detectives are in the homicide unit at the Tampa Police Department?
about 12 detectives.
Is there a sergeant that is in charge as well?
Yes, there is.
How many?
2.
How is a homicide case assigned at the Tampa Police Department?
So typically, we will have a person that's assigned as a lead detective. That lead detective will have an assistant, so a second detective that's helping them. And then depending upon the scene of the homicide, there could be anywhere from 2, 3, 4 detectives, depending on how big it is, how expansive it is, and how much work needs to be done.
Do you work as a unit and assist whether or not you're the lead investigator in a particular case?
Yes, that's one of our strengths. It's kind of like communal, where we all use our experience, our expertise in different areas to come together to investigate these crimes.
Who was assigned as the lead homicide investigator in this particular case?
That would be Detective Juan Ramos.
And did he have a second to assist him in the investigation?
Yes, he did.
Who was that?
I believe that was Detective Aaron Campbell.
And is Detective Campbell, has he been promoted and is no longer in the homicide unit, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And is there a specific homicide detective that is tasked with supervising the crime scene?
Yes,
Was there one assigned to this particular case?
I believe so.
And do you know who that was?
It would be, I believe, Detective Alverson.
Now, I'm going to ask you what specifically that you did. Did you yourself respond out there to the home to suites across from the University of South Florida?
I did not.
When were you assigned to assist in this investigation?
Some days later, so it would have been kind of in July.
What specifically were you tasked to do?
So Detective Juan Ramos had identified a cellular device in this case related to one of the suspects. He had done a search warrant and received timely advance of geolocational data for that device. And it was clear before this incident that it had gone to several different locations. So I identified a specific time before the homicide had occurred and went out in that area attempting to locate video confirming the devices in that area.
Okay. Did you know which suspect timing advice data that you were looking at the time?
Yes.
Whose was it?
That'd be for Alicia Andrews.
And can you tell the jury briefly what is timing advance records obtained from a search warrant from a cell phone provider?
So obviously every cell phone has a network that it's on. When you're using your phone, obviously it's using data, so it's interacting with cell sites. And cell phone companies can provide data showing general locations of where the device is at certain times when it's being used.
And in this particular case, did you know when the incident occurred, the exact timing of when the shooting of Charles Jones took place at Home to Suites?
I did.
And were you aware that there was video footage of when that occurred?
Yes.
Would you also have had knowledge of when 911 calls started coming into the Tampa Police Department?
I don't remember at the time, but I'm sure that was looked at by other detectives.
So when you say you started looking at the timing advance records of Alicia Andrews' cell phone records, what time period are you looking at specifically?
So obviously this incident occurred June 23rd. So I would have been looking at about 1:25 hours that morning.
Okay. And what did you do? Where did you start?
So looking at the records, it seemed like it was in the general area of Fletcher, west of Bruce B. Downs. I've been out there several times, and I know there are a bunch of restaurants and like a gas station and different businesses that are out there.
Did you also, at that point of your investigation, have information about possible suspect vehicles that were involved in this particular case that you would have searched video for?
Yes.
What sort of vehicles were you looking for?
I was informed two involved vehicles. One was a silver Chevy Cruze, and the second was a black Chevy Impala.
What businesses did you go to look for video surveillance around that time period?
There was a McDonald's located in that general area.
Where was the McDonald's located specifically?
So the McDonald's would be at 2205 East Fletcher Ave, and that is on Fletcher, west of Bruce B. Downs.
Did you go to that location?
Yes, I did.
Did you look at the video surveillance footage for that time period of July 23rd of 2024?
Yes, I
Did you locate anything of interest on that McDonald's video footage?
did. Yes. I was able to look at exterior cameras that were located around the business, and it's appeared that around that time a Chevy Cruze came in to the drive-thru area.
This McDonald's on Fletcher Ave, how many cameras did that McDonald's have?
A lot.
Can you tell the jury the locations of the various cameras on that particular property?
Yes, it appears that there was cameras all around the building. On the west side is where the drive-through starts, so you can see cars as they pull up to the area to order food. It wraps around to the east side of the business. There's cameras that are pointing north and south, and then inside of the restaurant itself, there is a camera view of the cashier area as they interact with cars in the drive-through.
Does that video footage have a date and time stamp?
Yes.
Did you confirm and verify the accuracy of the date and the time stamp on that video footage?
Yes.
How did you do that?
So I will go on time.gov, it's official time for the government, and I will look at the live view on the camera system that I'm looking at in, and compare that with the camera or the time on time.gov to see if there's any discrepancies in time.
And was there a discrepancy from the McDonald's video footage to real time?
Yes.
How much was the discrepancy?
It was approximately 12 minutes and 15 seconds fast.
And you're saying the McDonald's time it was faster than what was real time, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And was the date accurate?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 78.
Any objection?
Yes.
What's the basis?
Foundation, authentication.
Well, why don't you show it to him and have him verify that that's what the exhibit is?
Is this the McDonald's video from that Fletcher Ave location?
Yes,
Is the video footage that you have viewed, is that a fair and accurate representation of the area that the cameras around the McDonald's and in the drive-through depict?
yes,
Your Honor, at this time, we'd introduce into evidence State Exhibit number 78.
Any objection?
Yes, same objection, authentication has not been waived. The contents in the video are what you said, personality, not the area around it.
Okay. Has he viewed that exhibit before?
Judge, he hasn't viewed this particular exhibit, but he has viewed the video footage of that is contained on this particular exhibit.
Okay. Overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Sir, did you testify that you had located that Chevy Cruze that was a suspect vehicle in this particular case?
yes,
And were you aware whether or not that silver Chevy Cruze had been depicted in other video footage that was captured at the actual crime scene and other clubs that were involved in this investigation?
yes, that information was relayed to me. It wasn't the first person I could watch videos from other places.
And sir, can you tell us what is the street that is being shown outside of the McDonald's parking lot?
That's going to be Fletcher Avenue, and this business is located on the southern side of Fletcher Avenue.
And then will you indicate to the jury when you see the silver Chevy Cruze that you were looking for and that you found on this video surveillance?
So it's going to be behind this SUV, so it's the second car that's located on the video.
And for the record, can you note the time?
It's 1:47:10 on the DVR time, and it's 12 minutes past, even minus 12 minutes.
And where is this camera located at the McDonald's?
This is on the west side of the business, and this is the beginning of the line to order through the drive-through.
Detective Klein, please tell us where this camera angle is located on the McDonald's.
So this is going to be a little bit further to the south. This is as you go in the drive-through and you're about to pull up to the intercom that order food.
Can you again note the time of when the silver Chevy Cruze is in place?
Yes, 1:47, and that's on the DVR time.
And where is this camera angle?
So this is on the southern portion of the building. It's looking at the drive-through line as you order food at the intercom.
And what is the timestamp now?
Right now, it's 1:47 DVR time.
And again, is that the same silver Chevy Cruze that we saw previously?
Yes.
And Detective Klein, where is this now camera angle?
So this is on the other side of the building, still looking to the south at the menu we were there now.
And where is this camera located?
This is on the east side of the building, looking to the south, and it's up the drive-through line. You're exiting the intercom area of the menu and you're going towards the windows to pay and procedure.
Detective, is that the same silver Chevy Cruze coming into view?
Yes,
And can you note for the record what the timestamp is?
1:50 in the morning on the New York.
Judge, I think I'll publish it later. I'll just ask him a few more questions. We're having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Sir, after you left the McDonald's, did you go to any other businesses in that area?
I went to a couple of other businesses in the general area, but was not able to locate any video that had any evidentiary value to this case.
At some point, did you go to the Truth 18 Plaza?
Yes.
When did you go to that location?
It would have been 2 different days, the 3rd of July and the 5th of July.
Why did you go to that location?
We were given information by the lead detective, Detective Ramos, that the victim may have been in this general area before the homicide had occurred.
Were you working with other detectives when you went to that location?
Yes, I was.
Who were you with?
Detective Lipsky and Detective Wheelan.
Did you locate video footage where Truth 18 was located?
Yes.
I would just ask the witness not to read all this report.
Okay, so you just need to testify from your memory, and if you need to refresh your recollection by looking at your report, you just need to tell us that you're doing that, and so take a moment, look at your report, refresh your recollection, and then continue testifying, okay?
Again, what day did you go to Truth 18?
That's fine. You can look at your report to refresh your recollection.
2 days, the 3rd of July and 5th of July.
Okay. On the 3rd of July, did you notice any sort of cameras at that location?
Yes.
What is the address of Truth 18? Again, if you need to refresh your recollection by looking at your report, go ahead and then let me know when it's refreshed.
So it's a complex located at 4819 East Bush. There's a bunch of different businesses there. It's like a little strip mall.
Okay. Is that located here in Hillsborough County?
Yes.
Do you know approximately how far Truth 18 is located from Home to Suites?
Off the top of my head, it's probably a mile or 2 away.
And were there any businesses that had surveillance video of that strip plaza in which Truth 18 is located?
Yes.
What businesses had video footage?
So the nightclub itself had a DVR system with cameras, and then the complex itself had camera systems that kind of monitored just the general areas, and that was in a hair salon that was located within the property.
What was the name of the hair salon? If you need to refresh your recollection, you may do so.
Habib's Hair Design.
Okay. And did that business have video cameras that pointed to the parking lot of that strip plaza in which Truth 18 is located, as well as the stairway leading up to the entry to Truth 18?
Yes.
Were you able to locate video footage from June 23rd of 2024 that captured the victim, Charles Jones, and members of his entourage friends entering that location?
So in this instance, I downloaded just a block of video.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily examine it or look for the contents. It was just kind of like, we just need to secure this and then we can review it at a later point.
And so was that blockage of video footage, did you provide that eventually to Detective Ramos?
Yes, it did.
What sort of blockage of time did you get from that business containing that area that we've talked about?
Basically from the time this incident occurred, the homicide, and a couple hours before.
And when you were there, did you confirm or verify, or one of the detectives with you confirm the date and the timestamp of the video footage from the Truth 18 Strip Plaza?
Yes, I did.
How off was the time for the video? If you need that to refresh your recollection, absolutely.
So we found that the video was 22 hours, 45 minutes, and 9 seconds fast.
And did you relay both that information and the video footage to the case detective in this particular case?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have one moment?
Yes,
Your Honor, we pass the witness.
okay. Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, free to go. Okay, do you guys need a quick comfort break, or you want to keep going? Good? Okay, I think we're good. All right, call your next witness.
State calls Detective Angela Carter.
you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed.
Police Court. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name?
I'm Detective Angela Carter,
And how are you employed?
Gwinnett County Police Homicide Unit.
How long have you worked for Gwinnett County Police?
Since October of 2016, so 9 years.
9 years. And how long have you been in the homicide unit?
It is since September 2021,
Okay.
and I've been in investigations since March of 2020.
So you were an investigator in another area of the agency before homicide?
Yes,
Ma'am, are you certified under state of Georgia guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
yes,
And did you attend a police academy at the beginning of your career?
yes.
Since you've been in homicide, in addition to periodic and annual qualifications that you have to attend and complete for your certification as a law enforcement officer, have you completed and attended other training in relation to homicide investigations?
Yes, I have.
All right, so I'm going to call your attention to the morning of June 26 of 2024. Were you requested by a supervisor to respond to some location in reference to this case?
Yes,
And was that in the city of Norcross?
yes.
And who was it that contacted you?
My sergeant, Michael Poppy.
Is Sergeant Poppy, is he Detective Sergeant of Homicide?
Yes, he is.
And where, do you recall where you responded to?
Yes, 5945 Oak Brook Parkway in Norcross, the Fremont Hotel.
Now, what time of day was this?
I got there around 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, and where were you responding from?
My house, I had just dropped my son off for school.
And were you on the way to work in any event?
Yes,
When you arrived on scene at that location, were there other officers there?
yes,
Did you make contact with them and with your sergeant?
yes,
He was there at the scene?
yes,
And after speaking with them, were you alerted to the fact that an individual named Rashad Murphy had been taken into custody?
yes,
Was there another individual there on the scene that was in the back of a patrol car?
yes,
And were you alerted that that person's name was Charmaine Steiger?
yes.
After arriving and speaking to your supervisor, did you make contact with her?
I did.
Did you actually walk up to the patrol car and open the door and speak with her through the door?
I did.
And at some point, did you request that she come with you to a precinct office?
Yes,
Did she agree to go?
yes,
And once at the precinct office, did you end up interviewing her or attempting to interview her?
I interviewed him.
Okay. Did it come to your attention during that time that a cell phone had been located within the Chevy Cruze?
Yes,
And you were alerted when you came to the scene that Mr. Murphy had been detained after getting out of a Chevy Cruze?
yes,
And that the Chevy Cruze was related to an investigation of a homicide here in Tampa?
yes,
Was that phone that was found in the Chevy Cruze, was it brought to you by another officer?
yes, it was.
When you received it, was it open and running?
Yes,
Was there an app or an application that was running on the phone?
yes.
What type of application?
Maps,
So is that
navigation,
a navigation application? Okay, that can be utilized as navigation or GPS.
correct.
And had Ms. Steiger given you consent and permission to go and obtain the phone and bring it to that
Yes.
location? Okay. Once you had it there with you, did you provide it to her to look at?
Correct,
All right, and she had asked to look at her phone.
yes,
And after looking at it, did some message pop up that you actually visualized and saw on the screen?
yes,
Did it have the name Julio Foolio on it?
yes,
And after looking at that message, did Ms. Steiger tell you she no longer wanted to look at the phone?
yes,
And at some point around that time, did you seize the phone?
I did.
Why did you do that?
To preserve evidence, because based on the content and evidence and conversations we had had at that point, I believed that there was evidence in the phone. And
Was
it's very
yeah.
easy to wipe
Yes.
data off phones and delete it.
Did you at some point, or was at some point that phone provided to another officer within the Gwinnett County Police Department for analysis or extraction?
Yes,
The phone was provided to this person to conduct a Celebrite extraction, is that correct?
A forensic download.
A forensic download, all right. And that's using software that is connected to the phone?
Yes, they use a program called Breakkey. They do a download of the phone, and then they put it into a Celebrite reader so we can review the content.
Okay, so that's a parsing application or software?
Yes.
And was that a Corporal Harden that conducted or attempted to conduct that download?
He did. He conducted.
All right. Now, did you have contact with detectives who were in route from Tampa up to Atlanta?
Yes.
And from that point forward, were you in communication with Detective Juan Ramos?
I was.
Was it brought to your attention that there was some difficulty trying to extract information from the phone?
Yes.
And why was that?
They had plugged up the phone to start the download with Breakkey, and it failed twice. So they wanted to leave it running all night, and they put it on a charger. Well, when it's being extracted with Breakkey, they have to use like so everyone can see. They have to plug it in through the charger, so they can't actually charge the phone. That way they had it on a wireless charger. So when they came back in the next morning, the phone had died, and they didn't know why. The case was still on it, and when they took the case off the phone, they realized that the back of the phone was damaged, so the wireless charger wasn't working.
All right, and for the record, you were showing the jury in the courtroom the
The
power,
charging port.
the charging port.
I couldn't
Yeah.
think what it was called at first.
And so the phone had a case on it, similar to what you have on your phone, it
Correct.
appears. And when that case was removed, a protective case removed from the phone, there was damage noted.
Yeah, and that's what caused it to die and the wireless charger not to work.
All right. And was there some information, though, that was extracted from the phone?
Yes, they were able to get a BFU, which is a before first unlock.
Was that provided to you?
Yes,
And did you start reviewing that information?
I did.
How did you do that?
Plugged it into my computer and opened Celebrate.
Okay. You have a Celebrite application on your computer?
No, it comes in the download.
In the download, okay. And that allows parsing or allows you to be able to read and review the information?
Yes.
While you were reviewing that and going through it, were you collecting images and information and communicating that information to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
And were you communicating and sending that to him through some electronic means?
Yes.
And what was that?
Phone, email, talking on the phone,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Were you assisting with this investigation?
At that time, yes.
Okay. Now, you've indicated that you were reviewing images. Did you, in fact, take snips or record in some way the information that was on the computer screen?
Yes.
All right. That's it. I got one moment.
Yes. Yes. A quick morning recess, so if you all would step into the jury room, we'll be with you momentarily.
All rise.
very good. Everyone have a seat. Okay, so is it corporal, detective?
Detective, but I'm a corporal.
Okay, so currently it's corporal?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Since you've not yet been cross-examined, while we're on this break, you can't talk to anybody, including the prosecutors, about anything related to this case. So you're welcome to sit there, but you don't have to, so it's up to you. Okay, so, very good. So you're getting your exhibits cleaned up, and then they're not calling Robert Howard. Are you all,
So that's an issue. Yesterday, I subpoenaed him.
yeah,
So if they're not calling, we want to call him.
that's what I'm asking.
He's at the jail.
So he won't be shipped. Was he writted here?
That she was.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that there's some measurement placed in the
I am notifying the clerk right now that, so Mr. Howard can go back today, but he's not to be released from the Hillsborough County Jail. Okay? He needs to stay here through, at this point, at least through October 31st. Okay?
Your Honor, we could also address the visit that occurred with Mr. Howard. I did have an opportunity to speak with him this morning, learning that that happened.
What visit?
I went to see him last night.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Howard is represented by counsel. Apparently that did come up in conversation. And that counsel was not present or notified of the meeting itself. Additionally, there were some concerns by Mr. Howard, at least related to me, about whether he was being recorded either by video or audio by defense attorneys at that time. If that's the case, ask for an instruction from the court for that to be destroyed.
So I can tell you they're not recording audio or visual. I don't know where he's getting that idea from. But I did go and see him. I just said I subpoenaed him. I went to the jail myself to subpoena him because I saw that the state pared down their witness list. And I was concerned that they might not call Robert Howard, so
Okay, that's fine. So you're, as an officer of the court, you're saying that there was no surreptitious recording of Mr. Howard?
I would have no reason to record it.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No,
Not-
I didn't record it.
Okay, he says he didn't record.
Understood, Your Honor. The questioning that took place also was without the presence of Mr. Howard, because he was asked questions.
Well,
about-
Mr. Howard, but without his
without
counsel.
attorney, excuse me, because he was questions not only about this case, but his federal case or potential exposure on that.
I didn't.
It's what was relayed to me. I was not there, Your Honor, so I can only
All
relay
right.
what the witnesses provided to me this morning.
I can tell you what I did ask him. The first question I asked him was whether he's represented in this case as a, with a victim's rights attorney or anything like that. He said no. And then I asked him, are you represented in your federal case? He said yes. I asked him, are you represented in your state probation case? He said no. I did not ask him about his exposure. He then asked me, am I in any trouble? Do I need to be represented in this case? And I said, you're not in trouble. Because he thought that maybe because I asked him the question of whether he has representation, that maybe the state was coming after him for some reason. And I told him, you're not in any trouble in this case. I don't know anything about your other cases, but that's it. I didn't ask him about his exposure in this federal case.
Okay, so what are you asking?
Only that in advance of his testimony next week, that if the defense is going to call him, we employ the same procedures we typically do, which is both sides meeting, discussing the impeachable issues as far as priors, suspending cases, those types of things before Mr. Howard takes the stand.
Okay.
That's normal.
Well, you have to disclose any impeachment material. You don't have to, I know, you don't have to go over your strategy, but if you are intending to impeach him with anything, you just have to make sure it's been disclosed, whereas otherwise, no.
He was deposed in the case. The state was present. They need a paper copy or the digital copy to have it. So
Okay, so I guess what I'm hearing is if he made any statements to you when you met with him last night that you're going to use to impeach him, you have to disclose it.
there were none.
Okay, they're not going to use any statements that were made when Mr. McClymond met with them last night. Okay, so we should be good on that. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Get going. those in the audience. Okay, that's fine. Here comes Mr. Malcolm. So let's go ahead and bring in our jury.
Yes, Judge.
Yes. I hadn't noticed until you said something. Now I'm just gonna hear.
There's like a little glare on TV today.
So, yeah, I thought, well, from my perspective, I thought there was some glare on it, but then again, I'm not looking at it straight on. So are you gonna, should we maybe dim a light or something? Can we dim these lights?
They're not seeing it for glare or something? I didn't hear.
Well, they raised an issue that there's glare on it, so.
Okay.
And I want to say we've had this problem before in this courtroom, and I think we've turned off some of the lights.
Okay, Reggie, want to get Nancy?
Yeah, these,
Maybe these.
yeah.
Yeah, switch sports over.
I'm having a vague recollection of having to do that previously.
Judge, we think it might be this center strip from the last time.
Yeah, we'll try and see what works. Can you guys put something up there so we can just take a look and see? Let the jury know we're just working on the glare situation.
Let me see. You're not bringing them back, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you see it, or? You can't see. Can you see it?
Yes, it is the strip of lights, I think, over there.
The center aisle,
Nope, the ones on the other side.
those.
Yes, there's a big line going across.
Oh, okay. You mean
So-
this top, there we go.
Yeah.
Is that better? No?
This strip right here, going across there. Yeah. because
Can you
this one's
just
hidden from
isolate
the
that
screen.
one, or no?
By the,
Is it better, Scott, or no?
let me go up and look.
Is there a button just for that strip and not the rest, or no? They're not, okay.
That's kind of strong.
They're all grouped together.
They are, okay.
It's still there a little bit. Yeah, it's going across the top.
Is there,
It's like a ribbon of white going across.
And then they go down.
what if we move the TV a little bit further back? Where's the, because I can't see from here, where's the strip coming through? Top, bottom,
Yeah.
middle?
Actually, if you move it forward, I don't know. I think you can, but-
And Mr. McClymont, you're also, any from the defense is welcome to go sit in the jury box just to, yeah.
Is that better?
don't know, you guys tell me.
So see the glare?
Let me see. I can see it when I'm standing here, but maybe when they're sitting, they won't be able to.
I mean, there's notes all out.
Their notes,
Well, don't read 'em.
Their notebooks are turned upside down, most of them, but I haven't looked at them. I can't even see notes that are in front of me.
That's a lot of numbers, I think.
Yeah, I can still see the white strip going across, but, I was gonna suggest maybe pulling it back a little and then angling it towards the jury.
Try that.
Can you see Judge though? or-
I can.
Now it's
Yeah, defensively.
center lights.
I think that's fine.
That's about right.
Well, we'll just have to work with it today, and then you guys, we can fine tune it.
Okay.
Okay?
Can your team see that you're doing?
Can y'all see? Black, you can see?
Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I did this a little.
Anything will move over.
Does that help at all or not?
Yeah, that's better.
You think it's fine? Yeah, the elbow?
All right, like I said, we've got all afternoon to work on that, so let's go ahead and bring in our jury.
All jurors are in there.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Welcome back. Everyone have a seat. We have attempted, I believe you all notified the bailiff that there was a glare on the screen, so we have attempted to mitigate. It may be there still somewhat, but we're going to work on it this afternoon after you guys have been excused and hopefully eliminate it. This courtroom, it's courtroom number 1. The acoustics and the lighting are terrible, but what are you going to do? All right, very good. So with that, go ahead, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Detective, before we took our break, Corporal, I was asking you about recording the images from the partial extraction from Ms. Steiger's phone.
Yes.
Your Honor, we would tender state 65, A is in alpha through G is in golf.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
Moving to publish state 65A. Is this one of the images that was on the phone, contained on the phone?
Yes.
All right. And is that a photograph of a driver's license for Rashad Murphy?
I want
I'm
to say.
sorry, for Davion Murphy.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I think that's Davion's. Yeah.
Davion Murphy, yes, you're right, Davion Murphy. Down here in this access modified section, 6/18/2024, 5:29 p.m. and 6/18/2024, 5:29:53 p.m. with UTC markings. Is that the date that would have been taken or collected by the phone?
Taken.
Taken, okay. State 65B, publishing. Was this an image that you also recorded and forwarded to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
And did you send the prior image to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
65A, all right. Now, in this photograph, this appears to be a photograph of possibly a crime scene with some officers in the scene.
Yes.
And was there a video, or I'm sorry, a music link attached to it for Young and Ace?
Yeah, it's a screenshot of what looks like an Instagram post, and when you post something on your story on like Instagram, you can tag and insert a video or a song with it, and that's what that is right there. It says "Don't Know Why" by Young and Ace.
Okay. And this is a date, this has a date of June 19th, 2024, 5:29:21 PM with, again, UTC plus 0 markings.
Yes.
Is that the date that that would have been found or recorded on the phone?
I believe it was a screenshot. That's the day it was screenshotted.
Screenshotted, all right. Now, 65C, and I think now we're dealing with a photograph of Rashad Murphy, is that correct, his DL?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I want to say yeah, it looks like it, but the name is very blurry. I can't.
Okay. And this is an identification card?
Yes, it is.
A Florida identification card, all right. So let me, maybe if I bring it up and show it to you. You can read, and I know it's a little blurry. Do you see the name Rashad Travion?
Yeah,
And I
I can
believe-
see Travion very well.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen this before, so I know it's Rashad Murphy's, but I just wanted to make sure.
And it's potentially on this identification card is the last name Jakur and not Murphy. It's a different last name.
Okay, I can't see it.
Okay. Can I approach the witness again, Your Honor?
Yes.
And this is 65C that we've been publishing right below my finger.
Okay. But Murphy's up here, right? I think that's what I'm saying. It's really blurry. I don't want to
Okay.
answer incorrectly.
Yes, sustain us to speculation.
Okay. 65C, do you see the name Murphy above that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you've seen this image previously when you were viewing it on the screen of your computer?
Yes.
And that is an image of Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
State 65D is in Delta Publishing. Was this an image that you found with associated information in the partial extraction?
Yes.
And what is this image?
It's a screenshot of a contact.
What is the contact? Is there a name on it?
Yes, it's Goodman.
Is there a phone number associated to the contact?
Yes.
What is the phone number?
904-309.
And in the information as far as this image, is it recorded as to when that was placed in the phone?
Yes, June 22nd, 2024.
Is this an image that was found in the partial extraction? And this is state 65E is an echo.
Yes.
Does this appear to be a photograph?
Yes.
What's in the photograph?
A black boot, black pants, a bag that has a charger, 305s, and a straight talk phone.
Okay. 305s are cigarettes?
Yeah.
All right. And is there a time and date as to the recording of that image?
Yes, it's June 22nd, 2024 at 7:09 a.m. in UTC time.
In UTC time. So that would be 4 hours ahead as far as Eastern Standard Time?
Sustain us to leading. Rephrase
Would
your
there be an
question.
offset between Eastern Standard Time and UTC?
Yes.
And what is that?
4 hours.
Universal Time Code, is that UTC?
Yes.
State 65F is in Foxtrot, Publishing. Was this another image that was in the partial extraction?
Yes.
What is in the image?
Rifle.
Are you familiar with the AR platform?
Somewhat,
Does
yes.
that appear to be an AR platform rifle?
Yeah.
And is there a time associated to the collection of that image in the phone?
Yeah, it's June 20th, 2024, 3:02 a.m. in UTC time.
State 65G is in golf. Was this an image that was on that extraction?
Yes.
Can you tell the jurors what this image is?
It is a screenshot of a message through Airbnb.
Okay. I'm going to try to zoom in on it so we can read it. Now, if you could start at the top, does there appear to be a name associated to the message?
Yes.
And what is the name?
The person that they're writing to is Rashad.
Okay. What is the name of the person on the top that is sending the message?
Anthony.
Can you read the message for us?
Yes. Hello, Rashad, and thanks for your reservation. I wanted to confirm right away your reservation at Lagoon Oasis starting on June 22nd, 2024 to June 24th, 2024. If you need any additional information, please do not hesitate to ask. You'll receive check-in instructions 2 hours before 3 to 5 p.m. on the day of your arrival through an email titled Lagoon Oasis Check-in Instructions. Our HOA requires for security purposes that all guests booking with us provide a valid ID through the Airbnb message portal. Failure to comply with this request will apply our cancellation policies. Regarding early check-in, if we finish preparing the room for you early, we will let you know so that you can check in early. There is an additional cost of $20 payable through the resolution. I look forward to hosting you.
Was there information recorded in the extraction showing when this was actually sent to the phone?
Yes.
And just so you have a good opportunity to read that. Can you read for us the date it was created and the time?
June 22nd, 2024 at 8:11 a.m. UTC time.
This information was being relayed to Detective Ramos from the Tampa Police Department?
Correct.
Did you at some later time, Corporal, transport Charmaine Steiger's phone to the city of Tampa?
I did.
How did you go about doing that?
I personally transported it on a plane
On
and
a
gave
plane?
it to Detective Ramos.
Did you actually meet him at the Tampa airport?
I did.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'll tender the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Cross.
All right, your involvement in this case, just want to get what your involvement was. You work in Georgia,
Yes.
and were you a sort of a supervisor of the individuals that were working in Georgia?
No, my sergeant called and asked me to come.
Okay, and so who was supervising the operation in Georgia?
We don't really have like a supervisor. I mean, I kind of became the main point of contact, but the way we work on the unit, we just all do stuff together.
Okay.
So there's no real like supervisor.
All right, no problem. But I guess, part of the investigation entailed you holding on to a phone, right?
Correct.
The phone that was inside of the cruise?
Yes.
And who had that phone?
Inside the cruise?
Yes. Do you know who had access to the phone?
Both of them, I believe.
Both
Charmaine and Rashad.
Okay, so both Rashad and Charmaine. Were there any other phones recovered?
No.
This image, this is State's Exhibit 65B. You mentioned this on direct, right?
Yes.
Do you know the significance of it?
I only did it, at the time, I was still getting filled in on all the details, and I remember they had told me that there was like some beef between the victim in this case and another rapper named Young and Ace. So I was just going through it and then taking notes.
Okay.
So I just put this in there.
Understood. This exhibit, this is State's 65D. You see the name Gutter Man there, correct?
Yes.
Do you know who Gutter Man is?
I did that back then. Yeah, I do now too. Sorry.
Okay. Is it Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
At least that's what the evidence tells you?
That's what I was told, yes.
Right. And that phone number there Do you know if that phone number, 904-309-4707, if that belonged to Isaiah Chance?
I don't know. I don't think I did any additional research on that phone number. I just remember them asking for the name Gutta when I was going through the phone.
Okay, but for sure, that number does not belong to Alicia Andrews. Is that correct?
I have no idea.
All right. But at least there's no evidence that you have that would suggest that that phone number belongs to Alicia Andrews.
Yeah, I have no evidence.
All right. Showing 65E, state 65E. This photograph, do you know who is depicted in this photograph?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. My
You're
bad.
good, you're good. Do you know whose foot or leg is depicted in this photograph?
I don't.
Okay. You're not sure if that's Rashad or Davion?
No, I can't see any. I can't see their face.
Okay. And then what about the, I guess the significance of the photo itself? Do you know what this photo signifies?
So I took note of this because I had seen the surveillance footage, and it matched the clothing, and there were also some like jail calls later that mentioned the straight talk phone.
Okay.
Well, they didn't say a straight. They talked. What do they? They didn't want it to be tracked like an untraceable phone. I can't think of what
They
it's
call it
called.
like a burner phone?
Yes, burner phone
All right.
or trap phone or something.
Okay. But none of that conversation was surrounded with Alicia Andrews, correct?
No.
This is 65F, state 65F. That AR that you see there, I guess there may be two weapons there. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Were any of these recovered?
I don't know.
All right. So do you know if these were used in the murder?
I don't know.
And do you know if any of these weapons have anything to do with Alicia Andrews?
I don't know.
The last portion of the exhibit, 65G, that we saw earlier. All right. The person sending this message, it looks like an Anthony, is that correct?
Correct.
At the very top, you see Anthony?
Yes.
And then it's sent at 3:55 a.m., correct?
Yes, that's what it says on there, yes.
All right. And this is an email that you receive when you book an Airbnb with Anthony, right?
Through a brain, yeah.
Okay. Through Airbnb, this
Yes.
is Anthony's email.
Yes, to
All
Anthony's
right.
property.
And this email is directed to Rashad
Yes.
Rashad Murphy,
Yes.
not Alicia Andrews.
No.
And this date, the dates for this booking, this Airbnb booking, are June 29th to June 24th. Is that correct?
No.
Or, I'm
June
sorry.
22nd to June 24th.
Yeah, my numbers. June 22nd to June 24th. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And it also states on there that all guests booking with us provide a valid ID through the Airbnb message portal. Do you see that?
Yes.
All right. And do you know if Alicia Andrews' ID was ever provided?
I don't know, because I went through the download before I learned of her name, and then I gave it to Detective Ramos. So when I was going through it, it was just the initial stuff I had at the time. I didn't know her name, so if there is her ID in the phone, I wouldn't have remembered it.
Understood. You conducted an interview with Charmaine Steiger.
I did.
That's the woman who was with Rashad Murphy
Yes.
in Georgia.
Correct.
And Charmaine Steiger is his girlfriend,
Child's mother.
child's mother.
Yeah.
They were together
At the time, yes.
All right. And Charmaine Steiger does not live in Georgia, correct?
Correct.
Neither does Rashad Murphy.
Correct.
They both live in Jacksonville,
Correct.
and they both live together in the same home at the time.
I think she said he had just started staying there. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. She said
Okay.
it was complicated.
All right. But they ended up in Georgia, what is this, the day after the murder?
No, it was the 26th, I believe.
A few days after the murder, you all found them in Georgia?
Correct.
Do you have any reason to be in Georgia?
Judge, objection, speculation.
If she knows, do you know?
I found an address associated with them, but I don't know, or associated with Rashad, but other than that, I don't know.
All right. Rashad is supposed to have been in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, during the time of this murder. Is that correct?
Correct.
Charmaine Steiger told you she was with him in Jacksonville on the day of the murder.
Sustain the objection. Sustain.
Can we come sidebar? This is a
No.
non-hearsay statement, Judge. It's not for the truth of the matter asserted.
No, sustain the objection.
Charmaine Steiger never got arrested, right?
I don't think so.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor.
Corporal, you indicated that we just all do stuff together when you're conducting investigations. Were you talking about you and the other detectives in the homicide unit?
Yeah, we just all kind of take tasks and do it.
You work as a team.
Yes.
The photograph of the clothing states 65E. Of the leg with the boot on, the bag with the charger, the cigarettes, and the burner phone. The clothing you indicated matched the descriptions from the surveillance videos from the murder.
Correct.
Okay. I don't have anything else, Your Honor.
All right, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Free
you,
to go.
Honor.
All right, do you have any other witnesses?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, we need to recall Officer Vega.
Okay. Mr. Vega, you remain under oath from when you were previously sworn.
Your Honor, we would tender.
Okay,
All jurors, all judges.
very good. Do we need, I think there's an exhibit that's still in dispute, correct? Yes. 75, and remind me again which. C3. C3. Is that the only one, 3 and 10?
Judge, yes, it is, 3 and 10.
Okay, so can someone show me again 75C3?
Yes, Judge, I have both of them.
Well, you probably turn up the lights now.
Need the lights up there?
Might as well.
I'll work on it after.
Okay, sure.
For them.
Okay, so tell me, what am I looking at here? Yes.
No, they're not.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'd like to see this claim.
Okay,
Sure.
What is this?
The messages, which are to what appears to be an iPod, Your Honor, are iMessages back and forth with this defendant and a 6-block member, so a member of the opposing side of her current boyfriend from back in 2020. That 6-block member is explaining to her some of the issues that he is having with Charles Jones. These are the messages during which or in which the defendant specifically talks about the witness, Mr. Howard specifically talks about his involvement in his activity that's occurring in Jacksonville, and about the death of Bibby, another source of what we expect some of the testimony to be. These messages with this individual also discuss J. Jacory Rivers is the true name of Mr. J. And he is associated in this case in that he funded or sent the money for the Airbnb to the defendant's boyfriend, Mr. Chance, in advance of his using his Airbnb or his Cash App account to book the room with Mr. Murphy. So that's why we are seeking to admit these, number one, for the defendant's knowledge of, again, this ongoing issue between the two groups, but additionally the link to the other individuals associated to this case.
Okay, so where it says, who is kshorty335@icloud.com?
His street name is K Shorty. His real government name is Therese Powell.
Therese Powell. Okay, and so when I'm looking at this, for example, the first line says, you don't even sleep that hard, so you gotta be OTP. Who's sending and who's receiving?
The email that's above those messages on the left side are from K Shorty's account. So that's the email associated essentially with, for example, iMessage, right? So those would be from him.
Okay.
And if you look to the other side, how it looks like it's tabs, that would be from the defendant in response to him.
Okay, so then, for example, the response to that, and you're telling me this is from the defendant, okay, I get that, I wasn't saying you can't post her, I just feel like you're not ready to talk to nobody, that's all. That would be from Ms. Andrews.
Correct. This is an extraction from Ms. Andrews' device.
Okay, okay. And so there's some then, so I guess just preliminarily looking at this, there appears to be a lot of extraneous conversation about a lot of other stuff that may not be relevant to this trial. That's kind of my initial first thought at looking at this.
If the court looks to looking at the 10/4/2020 message, that is the message in which I'm specifically referencing the defendant speaking about, the K Shorty, messaging to the defendant specifically about the witness that we were discussing earlier, Mr. Howard, and Bibby, the person that was with Mr. Howard during the murder of Spaz, or the person that was referenced yesterday, also the co-defendant's younger brother and cousin.
Okay, and this would be the message, you said 10:20, which from K Shorty begins, all I want you to do is protect me and make sure nothing happened to me, because I'm gone, do the same. Don't let nobody know we talked, that you think gone, get around to somebody else, because you never know what other people. Anyway, it's a very long run-on sentence. So is that?
Yes, it's a very long run-on paragraph. It actually starts at the 11:36 message from that same date, Your Honor. So on 10/4/2020 at 11:36 a.m., there's a very long run-on. It's just not able to be captured on the same page.
Okay, and so defense, what's your objection?
Several, Judge. I'll start with first just the date of the messages. They are even earlier than the messages that we objected to on yesterday. These messages are from October of 2020. The second issue is knowledge, Ms. Andrews' knowledge of what is happening in the city, connected to people, some of them that she knows, some of them that she doesn't know. None of them that she has a specific personal relationship with, is not a material issue in this case. It is a collateral issue. Whether or not she knows what's happening, every witness that's come up here has some idea about what's happening. It's not a material issue. The issue is whether or not she had the intent, whether or not she agreed to be involved in this conspiracy for a specific murder. There's no discussion about this murder that would happen 40 years later, or any intent of hers to be involved in it. It's completely not relevant. also the way that the state characterizes these messages is very different than what it actually is. This is a man, or a guy, a young guy at this point, and a young woman having a conversation about whether or not they're going to be in a relationship. This gentleman seems to be possibly suffering maybe from PTSD, or I don't even know what the messages are. It's just very long. Him talking about somebody accusing him of something that he didn't do, and pouring his heart out, hoping that, he can live a normal life. He adamantly even denies being a part of it, so he's not an admitted member of any gang. And I haven't heard any testimony from any officer that he's a part of a gang, and I don't expect to, because it's not a relevant matter to this specific case. This is another attempt to, quite frankly, reach and stretch the idea that she is somehow involved in this particular murder, because 4 years ago she had a conversation with a guy who was romantically interested in her, who was really talking about wanting to live a normal life and be away from all of this, and how he's warning people to stay away from it. So it's not even it is not actually the way that they're framing it, but even if it were, the fact that she knows these people, she lives in Jacksonville, Your Honor. She is from Jacksonville. It is inevitable that she's going to know people or have communication with these people. Her association, and I don't mean association literally with the gang, I mean knowing these people or coming into contact with them, is not a material issue in this case. It is another attempt by the state to put this before the jury to make it appear as though she is associated with the gang, when their own expert officers, detectives, are going to testify that she's not associated with the gang. It's really just an attempt to sour the jury, to inflame their passions, and to make it appear as though she spent her entire life being, cozying up to gang members. It's not relevant at all to what this case is about, and Your Honor has already limited the scope of what they're allowed to discuss outside of the actual murder. It's supposed to be limited to this 2023 shooting, and here we are again attempting to elicit, this person is not going to testify. There's a hearsay issue as well, but this is just not relevant information. It's confusing to the jury. It's not relevant to what they need to decide, and I don't see any probative value to any issue in this case. Her messages back to him are not discussing, it's not even connected to what was discussed yesterday in the text messages. She's talking about not being romantically involved or being romantically involved with this guy, him being a good person, her being a good person. This is not relevant at all to what we have. It's just an attempt to paint her, as a bad person who likes to be around gang members. It has nothing to do with the actual allegations in this case.
Okay, so again, I view this as direct evidence, not collateral evidence, and I did limit the collateral evidence as you indicated, but her statements, or her knowledge of the gang involvement and Julio Foolio, and then the beef between the gangs is relevant to the case. But my biggest issue with this, these are just really long, run-on, nonsensical there's parts of it in here, for example, where there's talk about Julio Foolio specifically. Again, the second page of this exhibit.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to work with the exhibit and highlight more relevant portions, provide an updated copy of that to the defense. My only concern was the defense wanting the evidence surrounding those statements, but in the event that a more redacted version where it's just specifically talking about the parties related to this case and the individuals that were actually present with the decedent, I am happy to do that.
And Your Honor, if I can add, first, if the court is going to ultimately allow them in, I would like the opportunity to parse through, what we would.
Sure.
But also, Your Honor, based on the information that they introduced yesterday, the state has already established that she is knowledge. And it goes back to my point. What is the actual purpose of this outside of attempting to paint her in a particular manner? And I don't believe it's relevant. I understand the court's ruling, but outside of it already being established, it becomes cumulative. It becomes confusing. These are more names of people that are not involved in this particular incident. And additionally, Your Honor, it's prejudicial. It's significantly prejudicial. And I will also add this. if knowledge of the gangs, because the way that the state is painting it is though she has some kind of specialized knowledge of these, these incidents and these people. I don't expect objections when we question their witnesses about how common this information is, right? When we question them about the comments on, social media, the things that people seem to be aware of, the people that make videos and appear to have intimate knowledge about what's going on. If knowledge is, if they're painting her to have some sort of specialized knowledge, then I don't expect there to be any sort of objections or limiting to us establishing this is actually not specialized knowledge. This is information that anybody in proximity or with a phone could get access to because everyone is talking about it everywhere.
Okay, well, that sounds like your cross or closing argument, right?
Maybe both. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you do need, I want you, state, to attempt to redact this, just to, like, pertinent parts. Like, I can make out in here, for example, the conversation. Because there is an actual, start talking about Julio Foolio and 6 Block and ATK and who's involved and who's not involved. And so that kind of thing is going to be more relevant than a lot of this other stuff that's almost, to me, indecipherable.
Yes, Your Honor.
So anyway, so try and pare it down, run it by the defense, and then see if you guys, I know you don't agree to this coming in, but just take a look at their redactions, and if you are going to argue for further redactions, or if you want stuff left in for the rule of completeness, then let them know as well. So I'd rather have them start being conservative with their redactions and go from there, okay? And then,
And Your Honor, just to sort of add, again, there were 370,000 artifacts on this iCloud device. I don't know if, the court, I don't know if this is something we need to address now, but I don't want this to continue to be an issue where we're continuing, every time that Julio Foolio's name is mentioned, that it's going to be admitted because my client, was in a conversation about it.
well, they've only, let me put it this way. So as far as the exhibits for the state's case in chief, they've identified 75C3 and 75C10. So that's what we're discussing. So I don't know if the defendant testifies, if there's going to be something else that they're going to want to use to impeach her. I have no idea, but we're just talking about state's case in chief.
Correct, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Right?
Okay, well, as far as I know, this is the only exhibits that they've produced to you that you're objecting to, not the only exhibits, but the two we're discussing. Okay, so then what is, so I'm going to overrule the objection to 75C3, but with the caveat, I want the state attempt to redact this to the truly pertinent portions of the message exchange.
And for the record, because I don't believe I said this, we also would object on the basis of hearsay.
Okay.
As it's related to the other person's statements, and based on what the state is saying, it appears as though they are attempting to elicit this for the truth of the matter, that she was aware of what was actually occurring, and that what he's saying is actually true. So we object on that basis as well.
Well, I think they're attempting just to show what her knowledge is, not that any of this is factually accurate per se. It's certainly not grammatically accurate, I can tell you that. Okay, so 75C10, what am I looking at?
Your Honor, 75.
These are messages from 2023?
Do you want to see? Sure.
Or,
Is it maybe C1?
it's marked as C10.
It's C10. We already just.
Oh, yes, that's correct. It's
The
just
only
for
other
another
one we
item
did
number.
was C2, which was yesterday, and the other one was today.
Yes, the exhibit list lists the defendant's number and can also include the co-defendant's number, but the messages for C10 are those between this defendant and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance.
Okay, what's the objection?
Let me just confirm.
Do you want to see the exhibit?
Yes.
Sure.
What I have looks like it's C1.
Come on up.
Okay, now I got it. I'm looking at C1.
Okay. Sure.
just walked out. Yeah, couldn't get back in.
We did that on purpose. Here you go. Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, the clerk needs to-
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yep, she needs that.
Okay, so,
Judge, we object for all the same reasons.
okay. And what's the relevance of this, Mrs.?
Your Honor, as it relates to the messages in C10, the communications between these two devices are both, again, the same basis, the knowledge, but specifically in the instance of the April 10th of 2023 messages, the defendant's co-defendant, Mr. Chance, is referencing 23. That person will be one of the individuals that was shot and killed at the town center that was referenced and will be ultimately referenced by our gang units as well in this case. It, again, goes to her knowledge of, not only her knowledge of those killings in the dispute, but the defendant's boyfriend, or Mr. Chance, the co-defendant, actually explaining to her what occurred there and why he will not return there, and essentially providing her with additional information about his problems with the other gang. Lastly, the first page, did you include this? I'm not sure. Does the court have that also? How many pages does the court have?
2.
by name flyer? Okay, that's it. Those are the only ones.
What's the TikTok hyperlink in here? What's that for, do you know?
I do not. It would not reopen. The town center shooting that they're speaking about was the shooting in which 4 individuals were shot up, 3 of them died, 1 survived, that first music video was about. And again, that the When I See You music video by our victim was published regarding. Their photos are preserved in that music video. That was primarily what kicked off both sides.
Okay. I'll overrule the objection. All right, here you go. Okay.
Did I understand the defense to make an additional objection to 75C1?
I didn't hear it. I think when we first discussed this, we already discussed the 3 items. So on 75C1 is a text now chat dated June 17th of 2024.
Yes, and Your Honor, just to be clear, those are the 2 messages, the blue messages to,
Does the court have a copy of that?
I don't.
it's the 1 page, just 1 paragraph. Okay, yes, I don't have an objection to that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Okay, anything else we need to discuss before we break for the day? All right, so it looks like, State, you might rest on Tuesday, maybe?
Judge, I know, possibly, I know that Detective Ramos's examination is going to be rather lengthy, and I anticipate his cross will be as well.
Okay.
And they're, so.
Okay. So you guys, whenever it is State rest, you all just need to be ready to go with if you've got any witnesses other than your client. Okay? So if you need Mr. Howard transported, you just need to make sure that you let me know so that way we can request him to be transported the day before.
But if they are going to conclude on Tuesday, which I don't know if that's.
Yeah,
but if
We
they
may
are,
go into Wednesday. I
That's
think
fine.
Rob Ramos is going to be pretty lengthy.
I guess I'm just trying to tell you guys, you need to be ready to roll into your case, assuming you're going to put one on. That's all I'm saying.
So, yes, I'm trying to figure out the logistics. So if they're going to end Tuesday, then we would want Robert Howard Wednesday. If they're going to end Wednesday, I guess depending on the time, if
Yeah.
they end, we would want Robert Howard Wednesday still, but it's going to probably be Wednesday and Thursday.
All right. So it maybe sounds that most likely would be Wednesday for Mr. Howard. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
I think so, because we saw the medical examiner, the ballistic expert, and some witnesses from Jacksonville.
Sure. Okay. All right, so maybe possibly closings Thursday? Okay?
Well,
key. So we'll see. Okay. All right, very good. You guys enjoy your weekend too. All right, we'll see you all Monday morning at 9 a.m.
The body camera. Oh, the body camera.